Hey Virgo, welcome to Aria Moon Tarot, and thank you so much for being here. This is your love reading for anyone with Sun, Moon, or Rising in Virgo. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, check your other placements. All right, let's get started. This is actually starting maybe a little differently than I had planned or anticipated, but I do think that a message I really want you to know. I think your spirit guides are coming through really strong in this reading. And first of all, I think they absolutely adore you. I think they think that you are the most lovable person. And there's this feeling that you might doubt yourself sometimes, that you might not feel like you know what makes you lovable. It's almost like this topic might have been slightly triggering because it brought up some of that self-doubt. This isn't for everybody, but I think it's important to say. I think that if you're ever struggling with feelings of unworthiness, or if you wonder why somebody would think you were special, there could be events in your past that might lead you to kind of like question why somebody would really fall in love with you. I'm just picking up on that for a lot of you with this. So this is really a reminder to you. I think your guides just are coming through loud and clear to remind you of how lovable you are, of what a gift you are. You are someone that positively impacts everyone that crosses your path. And that's just really important for us to start there. If ever those feelings of self-doubt creep up, I think that probably happens for everyone, but for you in particular, your guides really want you to know you are a very, very special gift to this world, and they want you to never doubt that. I'm hearing you're a light. So, yeah, take that as it resonates, because I am kind of like picking up on that it might mean different things to different people, but you are a light, and for some of you, it's like you're a light worker. Yeah, you bring a lot of light, a lot of joy into everyone's life around you, and they don't want you to forget that. For others of you, there's a message coming through, so I think that some of you were wondering if a particular person is drawn to you, or if a particular person loves you or finds you lovable, or has any kind of deeper feelings or romantic feelings for you. So this is also confirmation for you that they do. And that it's just an interesting message to come through, because that's not really the reading that we're doing, but your guides have a lot of stuff to tell you, and it just feels like they're taking this opportunity to let you know that person does feel that way about you, and you should never doubt if you're lovable or if someone is looking at you that way, because chances are they are. So let's move on. People are really drawn to your ability to do what's right. I feel like you are a person who does what's right no matter what, and you do what's right not only for you, but for all those involved. So very considerate, very caring, and it's like you're always looking out for the people around you. I feel like this is an ability. In your case, it feels like a superpower, and it might seem to you like that's overly dramatic, or that's like stating too much. It's just too big of a claim for something that is so easy, that comes so naturally, that just is right for you to do the right thing. I think you just feel like that is right, but for some people, it's very challenging for them. So this is almost like a superpower for you, because not everyone can do this as naturally as you do. People admire this about you. They admire the way that you don't take the easy road, the way that you do what's right and what's true for you, what's true in your heart, even if it's not the easiest decision to make. Yeah, you have a lot of integrity, and I think that people see you as very, very kind, and just somebody who's not going to take the convenient path. Like, you're just never taking the convenient path. I mean, if it is the right path, you'll take it, but you don't choose your direction purely based on convenience. You choose it on what feels right, what is in the highest good of all of those involved. and it's really something that people admire about you. I think that also with this image, there's just so much coming through for this image. I think that you have experienced a lot of growth, and I think the people around you really recognize the growth that you have achieved. They recognize the transformation that you have made. I think there's someone here, it feels like somebody has watched you grow and blossom into just such an honorable, peaceful, and kind person, and they're proud of you. I am feeling the presence of like a mother figure here for some of you. I think it might be a grandmother figure that is coming through so strong. Group 1, you're getting a lot of messages. There's a motherly figure here that wants you to know that you have blossomed into the most beautiful, caring, kind, compassionate person, and they want you to know how proud they are of you, and like how much effort it has taken for you to make these changes. They see it. I think maybe you might struggle with people not seeing it, not recognizing it, or not knowing if people do see and recognize all of the ways that you've grown. There's someone in your life that thinks you're very special, and that does see it. Let's get into more of your cards. Okay. You have the thread. Okay. You know, the thing that people love the most about you is that an average person, your typical person, gets really distracted with the busyness of life. They get really distracted by the pull of accomplishing this thing or doing this task, or just how life kind of gets away from us. They live so firmly grounded in the 3D. And that's not the way that you approach life. It kind of goes back to that, like always doing what's right and really listening to your inner knowing when it comes to just how you're going to approach life, what decisions you're going to make. But people really admire your ability to keep making that right choice and to not get distracted by, especially by achieving. This is something that's coming up really strong for you. It's not that you aren't achieving or that you are viewed as unsuccessful, or it's nothing like that at all. You managed to be successful, and that's why people admire this, because they can only be successful by striving. They can only be successful by not adhering to their morals and their values. I think you have people in your life that feel like they let pieces of themselves fall away in order to achieve this, in order to have that, in order to like to move up in a way, to feel like they've moved up. But you have this way of leveling up in a very peaceful, natural way that doesn't sacrifice who you are, who you truly are. So it's like you know where your true north is, and you always stay really focused on that. This is something that people around you absolutely love, and I feel like it's just more like they strive to be more like you in this way. They strive to have that sort of clarity and to have the discipline to like to be true to themselves. Yeah, I think you really remember like what you came here to do. Even if that memory seems very faint at times to you, there's really a sense that you are connected and remember why you chose to incarnate, so you don't stray from your path too much. Like, even if the easiest thing to do would be to stray from your path, that's not the choice that you make. Your vision is like crystal clear. I keep hearing the word envious. Like, I do think that this is something that people admire about you, but there's also this feeling that there might be someone in your life that's really envious of this, that's really envious of the ability that you have to do this. I think it just comes from, it's like you get to live your life with so much purpose. And in doing that, you inspire everyone around you, but it wouldn't be surprising if some people are kind of envious of this natural ability that you have to just stay focused and stay moving toward your true north all the time. Yeah, I am kind of picking up on, like, you might have felt held back by this at times. Like, this this almost feels like you may have viewed this as some sort of hindrance in the past, like that it's like you just can't, if it doesn't feel right to you, you're not going to do it. If it feels like it's going to hurt somebody, you're not on board. And it can feel like it holds you back because it's like other people get all these opportunities because they sacrifice their morals in order to have these opportunities. It's just not a place that you've been willing to budge. And this is something that people who truly love you and truly admire you, this is something they absolutely love about you. Let's see some more of your oracle cards. We have Awakening and the Royal You. Yeah, this is really gorgeous energy, you guys. It's something, I feel like being around you is really contagious for people. It's very eye-opening. It's very peaceful. It's a very peaceful energy. I think that comes from you being really tapped in spiritually. I am kind of feeling like some of you might not realize how tapped in spiritually you are, and maybe that's something you haven't explored, but it's like you've had this inkling that you are more tapped in than the average person, and that's kind of what this is. It's like you've got a direct line in a way. Like you're being guided. This might be that you are super close with your spirit guides. Your spirit guides showed up right in the beginning of this reading and started unloading information on you. And so I feel like that might be that you have a connection with kind of like ascended souls, with ascended beings, with you have access to higher knowledge is really what that is. Yeah, this is really something that people absolutely adore about you. Your higher self is just so strongly connected to source energy that it guides you, and that's that energy I was picking up on in the beginning of the reading. I think you have the ability to make sense of the chaos a lot of times. So this is something that really draws people to you. You have a kind of like calm, soothing energy, but it's not just that. You can kind of help people to direct their steps. People really trust your opinion, and they ask for your advice a lot because they trust that you're stable, that you're grounded, and it's almost like you have. It's not really knowledge. It's like, I guess I said it before, you have a direct line. So it's almost like you have a direct line to spirit. So they come to you to advise them, and people love that. Like, they love that you're always there to listen and to advise them. This making sense out of the chaos thing can also translate to something very material. So you might be somebody who's really good at organizing or cleaning up spaces, like putting information into a digestible form for people. That might be something that you excel at, and people love that about you. They go to you for this. They go to you so that you can make sense of things for them. They go to you to kind of run by, what am I trying to say? Like, they run it by you. Like, if they had a conversation with somebody and they can't quite make sense of what it means, you're like the first person that they want to call, and they just really appreciate you being there in that way, being that listening ear, but not just that, like really sorting through things and making sense of it for them. This Awakening card, I think that the interesting thing about this is this card talks about seeing the invisible thread that's like woven through all of life, and you also have the thread, so that almost just says it right there. There's something about you where it's like you see how things are connected. You make sense of this. You make sense of this like earthly plane that we're on. You make sense of higher spiritual things that are too mystical for other people to grasp firmly, and then you like make it all comprehensible to people. Is that a word? you make it so that people can understand, and people really love that about you. I think that you have so many soul gifts, and that's really coming through here. So it's like you're getting a little bit of like extra information here because your guides want you to know how special you are. I think that's why we opened up with like that idea of self-doubt. If you're doubting yourself, stop, because you have so many gifts and you are such a blessing to those around you. You are a light to those around you, and it's almost like it's a guiding light. So there is this feeling that you really you have this ability to kind of like show people the way. And that'll resonate differently for all of you, but you have an ability to show people the way, and people really value you in their lives because of that. There's a real self-awareness here too. You know what I want to say for you is that some of you might be experiencing past life flashbacks. That might be kind of like a recurring theme in your life, something that's happened, maybe something you couldn't quite make sense of. This has to do with this thread, this invisible thread that you are more aware of than other people. So you're tuned in and tapped into something that is not available to a lot of people, and I think especially those around you. And a lot of people rely on you as like a checkpoint. Like they rely on you to make sure that something is right, something is fair, that it seems right, and that it will go well. I think a lot of you might be psychically gifted. Yeah, there's so many messages coming through for you that, yeah, I think there's a lot your guides want to tell you. And if you haven't explored some of these abilities of yours, they want to push you in that direction, because it's like you're so primed for it already. You're a natural, and with this awakening and this transformation, I think a lot of you may have already kind of picked up on that. People just love the way you can cut through all the mess. So there's this feeling of like you can just cut through the mess. Your energy is just calming, it's just soothing, and like when you come in, everything kind of just calms down. I think you are really great at taking responsibility for your actions. I think you take a lot of responsibility for your happiness, so you're not relying on other people to do that. You find a lot of happiness just within yourself. You find a lot of joy, and I think you enjoy your own company. And people are always drawn to people who enjoy their own company because it doesn't feel hard to be around them. I think you really know your worth, though, and that is that's important. Like, to really know your worth and to enjoy spending time with yourself actually makes people feel more drawn to you. You're really comfortable in your own skin. I feel like for some of you, you might be just learning how to be more comfortable in your own skin, but I think you're definitely getting there. And when you're comfortable in yourself, other people feel very comfortable around you. It's really like you're the ruler of your own mind here, and that is something that people love about you, because they know you're not going to be swayed by silly things, by petty things. You just feel very secure in your own mind, in your own worth, in your own knowledge, in your own experience, and in your own inner knowing. Very secure in that. So let's look at your tarot cards. We have the Sage and Spirit of Cups. So this is the Hierophant and then the King of Cups. So really with this is, with the Hierophant, it's always about, especially in this case, about really like spiritual wisdom and spiritual knowledge. So with this book here, it just shows it's like you feel like you have a lot of knowledge and people want to go to you and seek your advice. It's a natural connection to higher truths that they see in you. It's just something that comes naturally to you. So I feel like there can be the tendency for you to not really value this because it comes so easily to you, but you really are tapped into something, and other people are reliant on that. They want some reassurance, and they want a bit of a guide, and they look at you this way, and they love having you in their lives for this reason. This Spirit of Cups energy just shows a lot of emotional intelligence, mastery over your emotions, over your creativity, and also over the unconscious. Sorry. So yeah, there's a sense that you have really mastered this, that you kind of have mastered more of the unseen, more of the unknown, but it just comes so easily to you. I think with you, there's no drama, and people love that. They love that you are pretty chill, and that they're not going to expect a lot of drama, a lot of gossip, no, like it's like you're not about that. You're emotionally balanced, and you're calm. Your energy is really calm. So this is what people love about you. I think that If you were thinking about this in terms of a romantic connection, this way that you're spiritually tapped in definitely plays into any kind of romance, and your romantic partners love that because you really you open up new possibilities for them, and you bring a certain peaceful and magical nature to your relationships. You make people feel more connected to the whole, to the greater whole, and make them really see the thread that kind of weaves and binds us all together. So I think I'll leave it there. There's a lot to love about you, so we can see why people are drawn to you. But that's all I see for you today, Group 1. If you liked this reading, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you again soon. Bye.